thank you for joining us. We are doing another Partner's Perspective here with Orchard, and we get the opportunity to talk to Kathy and Mike Hulley, and they have a wonderful ministry out in Colorado. So this is our outside of Atlanta realm, which is exciting because we are growing more and more. And they have a ministry called the Main Mission. So we are going to hear about that today. So first, we want to know, how in the world, all the way out in Colorado, did you hear about Orchard?
All right, I'll take that one. We started working with a Widows of First Responders group here in Denver. And through that, we met, believe it or not, Rachel Faulkner Brown with Be Still Ministries out of Atlanta. And she is a dynamo, as you know. So she said, my goodness, Kathy, you guys are doing all the work of a nonprofit and not getting any of the benefits.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. And I love that our partners here are also sharing their stories, because that's a way for us to connect. And you know, word of mouth and connections happen all over the world. And look, here we are. So in Colorado, which is great. So what exactly, once you kind of explored that through finding out who Orchard was and becoming a partner, what made you decide to become a partner? What were some specific things that you feel like, oh, they can really help me with that specific thing?
We needed help with everything, I'll be honest. When Rachel first proposed that idea and said that we needed Orchard to get us going, we reached out to Ryan, and that was our initial call. And he just made everything seem possible, which before that, it was just a vision that God had put in our heads and in our hearts. And so he really helped us with everything. And Edward, we met then with Edward, who helped us with a roadmap and all of that. So they just really helped us establish, prioritize our order of operations. And to be honest, we were running around like headless chickens, like some of the chickens in our backyard. I mean, we didn't know where to begin. And so they just helped us take a deep breath. They encouraged us to get our prayer life going, to establish a prayer group, and to just breathe. And so we just started listening to them through Edward and Ryan. Through God, we've been hearing all along Isaiah 41:10, and we just felt so many times that do not fear, I am with you. And whenever it became too overwhelming, that's what we heard. And I think Orchard helped us pause long enough to hear the voice of God again. And since then, we plowed ahead.
That's incredible. And I love that. I love that. I've always thought that Orchard is kind of a think tank and encouragement for dreamers. Like, I have this dream and I have this vision. I just don't know how to get started. And
that's a great way to say it.
Yeah. But I also love that, that by us helping you with resources and some of those physical things, it opens up opportunity for you as a partner to then spiritually grow as well. I love that you shared that you felt like you had more space to hear from the Lord. And that's obviously key in any ministry. So that's incredible. I think that is a true testimony to what we're trying to do with our partners program, is to elevate our partners and help them succeed in the best ways that they can. So how long have you guys officially been a partner with Orchard?
So we connected with you guys last September, and so it's been about 8 months.
That's great. Well, so far so good, right?
Exactly.
So you've shared a lot about some of the impact, that especially like spiritually and individually, how that has helped you. How would you say, as an organization, what are some specific things that Orchard has been able to really, help you with in a very specific way to your ministry?
Well, as Kathy said, we work running around like headless chickens, to tell you the truth. We had all these thoughts and visions running around our head, but we really didn't know how to get started and how to get organized. So Orchard really stepped up and helped us to crystallize our ideas into a kind of a workable plan, let's say. The roadmap system was really an organizational lifesaver for us. I mean, it was like throwing us a lifeline, to get things going. And really the absolute best surprise benefit has been the construction of a website that's really turned our vision into something that's beautiful, descriptive, and really tangible to share with others that have an interest in what the Main Mission is doing. It's been a joy to see this vision and outreach be converted into words and pictures. Emily Buchanan has just been a joy to work with, but way beyond that, the expertise that she has brought to the table in helping us to create a logo and to create this tangible website. It's been really nothing short of miraculous, to tell you the truth.
We're old. We don't know how to do any of that stuff.
That is incredible. And you hit on another great point is Orchard has this whole pool of consultants like Emily who have great, incredible skills in certain fields of industry that not all of us at Orchard have, but we have communication and relationship with them. And so we get to pull from their expertise, and that includes, logos and website design and helping you create a board and helping you create prayer teams and all the 501c3, legal stuff. Like that's not stuff that is easy. And so we get to pull these great consultants. So Emily is great. She's a great friend of mine. So I love to hear that. So then what would you say? So, here we have an opportunity to kind of talk about the people who are kind of on the cusp of, I think I want to reach out to Orchard. I think I might need a little bit more help. What would you say to somebody who's maybe considering becoming a part of the Orchard Partners program?
I think that Orchard is the real deal. I think that for people that are trusting in God and they want a company behind them to continue that direction, I think everybody we've been in contact with at Orchard has had that same vision. So I would say first to continue to trust in God and to realize that Orchard follows those same values and will help you incorporate those every step of the way. I've done some of the online trainings that you guys offer. The prayer support, I think, has been huge. The update and encouragement calls that sometimes would come out of nowhere. I can remember one time when Edward called, and it was just one of those days. Your list was a mile long. I didn't understand half of the steps I was supposed to be doing, much less how to do them. And he just happened to call, and I answered, and I said, "What made you call in?" He's like, "You were on my heart today." And I said, "Man, did I need a pick me up?" I just think that you guys, when you understand our mission and when you trust and get excited about our mission, it becomes really apparent in the support that you offer and the care that we give. And we're about to start we're still waiting for our 501c3 approval, which has taken a long time. And then our next step after that is fundraising. And that I think is frightening for anybody. So I'm so excited to have you guys on that wagon with us.
That's great. I love hearing that. And I think, for us on the administrative side, if you will, we're doing all this kind of day-to-day work, and to hear that it's actually having an impact with our partners that it keeps us going. It keeps us moving forward. Another point that you also just hit on is our Orchard Institute. So you pulled resources, you got to do some trainings, and we're going to continue to do that for our partners. And we're going to continue to beef that up so that there's a lot more access for you to, in your own time and space, to get the training that you need. And so that's great. I'm so glad you've been able to access that. So, all right, well then our last thing is, we call it
Beat the elevator.
Of course, you've heard about, how to have an elevator speech, although no one's really getting on elevators these days. But so in less than 30 seconds, how would you describe your ministry and what they do? And tell us about the main mission. What exactly are y'all doing?
Well, I'm in mental health, so I like to talk, but I'll talk fast. So the main mission provides no-cost mental health therapy at our barn and our beautiful Colorado location to the underserved. We don't charge for any of these services. We've seen people with grief, anxiety, depression, substance abuse, and just a variety of life issues. And we use the human-animal bond of a lot of different animals to restore joy and balance. And we try to provide some smiles and silliness along with that.
That's awesome. And what, of course, elevator speech over, but what animals do you have on the farm right now?
Oh my gosh, it would be better to say what we don't have. And we're new to this. We've done this for 4 years. It's not like we grew up as ranchers or we have no experience. So we're learning as we go. I took some classes on animal-assisted therapy, and we have an improved therapy dog, a German Shepherd, who's just, I could go on and on with those stories. But we have 2 full-size horses, a pony, 2 little goats, Earl and Pearl, that are always steal the show, and I don't mean for them to. We have 2 barn cats that have proven time and time again to be therapeutic cats. They'll jump on a teenager's lap and just promote something that I've been working so hard to get a kid to talk about. We have chickens that make people laugh. Is that it?
No, cows.
Oh yeah,
2
cows. Yeah, 2 cows. Yeah.
Well, Mike and Kathy, you guys are doing awesome things, and we are so excited to partner with you. And Orchard is proud to elevate you guys and encourage you on this journey, and especially as God has made a very clear calling on your life. And so if you want to know any more about Orchard and the Orchard Partners Program, you can go to our website at meetorchard.org, and you can learn more about becoming a partner. If you are somebody who is an expert in your field and you want to be a consultant to help people like Mike and Kathy, or you just are curious about what we're doing, check out our website. And of course, check out the main mission out in Colorado if that's something that interests you as well. So thanks for joining us today, everyone.
Thank you so much.